Overseas now, Israel announced it's withdrawing some forces from southern Gaza on what marks 6 months since the war began. The human cost has been devastating. Today, renewed calls for the release of hostages and a push to stop the fighting. CTV's Tony Grace on the pressure points of a grim milestone.
The only party that is to be blamed. Blame Hamas.
A cry from the core of Canada's largest city.
Israel is in a war for survival.
Community groups, politicians.
We must destroy Hamas. We must return the hostages.
And relatives of hostages still missing since the October 7th Hamas attack in Israel.
Next month she's supposed to turn 40. I want a proof of life.
A plea echoed in Israel.
I'm calling everybody, don't forget them, do everything to bring them back home.
As the toll of 6 months of war becomes more clear. Israel reporting more than 1,700 deaths in both the October 7th Hamas attack and the conflict since. While in Gaza, officials report more than 33,000 Palestinian deaths since Israel's offensive against Hamas began, and a deepening humanitarian crisis that aid groups say isn't improving with the amount of aid trickling in.
If that was alleviated, I think people would be more behind Israel in their operations. They've been very heavy-handed in this entire engagement.
But Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu reiterated today there will be no ceasefire until hostages are released. And his war chief of staff said today Israeli forces are far from stopping their effort to root out Hamas. Troops have mostly withdrawn from Khan Yunis now, but are said to be ramping up for other operations in Gaza, including Rafah. And in the wake of last week's deaths of World Central Kitchen aid workers in an Israeli airstrike, these words of caution from the U.S. today.
There's going to have to be some changes to the way the Israeli Defense Forces are prosecuting these operations in Gaza to make sure that this doesn't happen again.
Both Israel and Hamas confirmed they were sending delegations to Egypt today for a new round of ceasefire talks. But late tonight, Heather, no word on a deal to pause the fighting.
CTV's Tony Grace, thank you.